Hey, everybody. It's Audra Stevens, and you're live with Audra. And we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but because we're two very capable women, we didn't even let it faze us. So to my right, I have the beautiful JeniLee Garcia in my studio, and I am so pleased to have her in here. She's just a remarkable woman, and I give her so much credit because she's come so far, and not just with like in the real estate market. When I met her, 5 years ago?
10.
10 years ago. Okay, I met her 10 years ago, and she was not an agent. Like, you were just becoming an agent.
Yes,
and
in 2013.
And now she is, I shouldn't say now, but for the last 10 years, she's a very successful agent, and she has overcome so many obstacles, just like being a woman, not really even being from America, learning how to speak English, then getting into a field she knows nothing about, and now she's 10 years in, and she's doing it. So I was so pleased when she agreed to come into the studio and just kind of share with us how she did it and why, and how she's constantly persevering. And it's not just in real estate either. We're talking about all different fields. So without further ado, I want to introduce the beautiful JeniLee Garcia.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Hi, guys. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm good. I'm really glad that you're here. Yeah. And so what happened was a few minutes ago, we were recording and everything was great. And then the camera died. Okay. No problem. So now we're on her phone, and this is one of the things that's so cool about this podcast. Anybody that comes down here, it literally hooks up to an iPhone. That's how we built it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, this thing and my what's his? I wouldn't say he's my handyman.
Okay.
But he too has come so far that he is now building studios, right?
Aww.
So it's he just does everything does everything for me, and
of all trades.
Yeah, and he did this conversion for us. So where it just goes on your iPhone, but
that makes it very easy.
Yeah. It makes it very easy. Yeah. But the cool thing is that it's a nice little way for us to kind of have a little fun, be in the real estate industry, get to talk to girls, get to talk about real estate, talk about fitness, talk about water, talk about whatever the heck we want to talk about.
And reconnect.
Yeah. So, okay, so let's start off with where we were starting off with your shoes, okay? And her shoes are so cute. She has on tennis shoes, right? And I love it because I'm wearing tennis shoes right now too. And the reason why it's great is because this is a standing studio. So a lot of people don't know what to expect when they come down here, but we're standing and we're very comfortable. We are very, very comfortable, so it's good. But you look adorable.
Thank you.
Why did you want to come on the show? Did you have did you just want to check it out? Were you
I was intrigued.
Curious?
Yeah.
Okay, intrigued.
I like the podcast that I have seen, that you have done.
Okay.
Even though I am camera shy, I wanted to push myself a little bit of my
that.
limits. So I am trying it.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. And I love that you said that. I love that you said you're going to push yourself, because that's so important in this field, in real estate. You constantly have to push yourself. There's no one giving you a paycheck at the end of the week or the month or whatever. You're just pushing yourself. You're just I'm going to go, I'm going to do this, I'm going to,
yes,
I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah. Yes. Try to push a little bit more every day to try to be better.
Yeah. And so you've been in this for 10 years.
Yes.
You've been pushing every day for 365 times 10, 36,500 days.
Yes. Well, you did math. She's a lender, that's why.
I'm a lender. I did the math really quick. Yeah, so that's a lot of, that's a lot of years. I don't even know if that math was right, by the way. It sounded good, though.
Well, I believe that.
Yeah, so, but you've been doing this for a long time. You've been pushing yourself, and then you have an amazing fitness career, I would say. I mean, that you're constantly pushing yourself. I mean, you started out with just not going to the gym like a typical woman, right? You're just you're not in the gym. You're not in the gym until you're in the gym. And then you took it to a whole nother level. How did that come about?
2018, I just couldn't take it anymore. I was too fat. I was too obese.
Oh my God.
So I started going to the gym,
Stop it.
trying to look better, and I was getting nowhere. I was drinking beer. I wasn't eating right. I was going out and showing up to the gym, and I wasn't getting anything. So that year I quit drinking beer.
Yeah.
And I started showing up every day for 5 days in 2019. And then since then, it has been no alcohol sometimes or only a glass of wine, meal prep, and being like really disciplined. And actually,
very disciplined, But the results.
But like discipline, but I have fun. Like I go out to dinner and I have dinner. Like I do not go and I cannot eat.
Yeah.
I can shot tequila. I can seal, but I show up.
I can shoot. Yes.
I
can shoot tequila. I'm like, okay. No, that's great. I love that. No, that's important because there's a balance in life, right? And you can, maybe if you're just getting into working out, you kind of have to be like, hey, it's defeating the purpose if you're going to just work out and you're still going to like put a bunch of beer in your body or a bunch of junk food in your body. Like that's defeating your purpose. You're not going to see any results. So if you're going to work out, like cut out the alcohol, cut out the junk food just for a little while. You can always integrate it back in, but in smaller doses.
Balance.
Right?
Yes, it's balance. But as a realtor, I need alcohol in my life.
It is part of like the requirement. It's our drink of it's like
of choice. Yes.
Yeah, not just of choice. I think it's like required. Yeah, because you probably
to survive.
Yeah, survival. It's like our survival water. We have like canteens of alcohol at us, and we're in the trenches. We're like, we need something to drink.
We need a break. Yeah.
Okay, so you've the fitness, obviously it's worked for you. You have something and that's important too, is getting out of, that headspace where, because you're constantly pushing when you're in sales and you have to make it happen yourself.
Yes.
Having that break of going to the gym, how many hours do you go to the gym?
I go for 1 hour and I try, if I have time, then to do my cardio right after.
Oh,
for
so
like
cardio.
20 and 30 minutes. So you should be like, perfect ideal war, it would be an hour and a half.
Okay, hour and a half.
Yes.
Okay, and that's 5 days a week.
6.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, in 2019 it was 5. Now it's 6.
Now it's 6. All right, well that's good.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, I
have to because my body now needs it. Like now my body craves it. Like I feel bad when I go away on vacation.
Yeah.
And I cannot go to the gym. It's like an addiction now. Like I need that time for myself, and also it's really relaxing for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's good. And I totally understand. When you said your body craves it, that is so important because I started working out like in the beginning of April, and I did hurt myself, but I had to take a time off because I couldn't even work out my lower body with this thing being torn or whatever. So long story short, I was doing really, really well. But my body, so I never had like a routine. I would just go to the gym, like just get there. Like it's so important. Just get to the gym. Yeah. If you just get there, then you're like, okay, that's 90% of it, right? Yeah. The other 10, you're like, as long as you do something, you like lift up a weight. But I went to the gym and after I my body, like my back sometimes would be like, it really kind of needs to it feels like I need to work out my back today. And then like the next day after I work my back, I'm like, my thighs kind of feel like they need to be worked out, And I'm like, I'm just going to do with whatever my body tells me.
You're listening to your body.
Yeah.
That's something that we actually say in the gym.
Yeah, no, I actually listen to it, and I don't have a routine or anything like that. And I just go and, and then sometimes I justify, I'm like, well, I just need to do upper body. Like that's like, I consider upper body from like my hips up. Right? I don't know if that's upper body, but like for me, it's my lower body is from hips down and my upper body is from hips up. So, but you have, I do
have a trainer. I need somebody to tell me what to do. Okay. At least for 1 hour and a half. Okay. And that's it.
That's it. And then nobody gets to tell me what to do after that.
But that keeps me in check. And I have a nutritionist too.
Wow.
Yeah. So for over a year. So I have seen a little bit more of my changes in my progress. It has been since I started with my nutritionist, which is an IBF pro. Like I don't even know the
I don't either. Yeah, that's awesome.
He's a professional bodybuilder.
Okay. Now are you going for like a show or something?
Oh hell no.
No.
I'm just trying to look the best that I can.
Yeah.
Like in real estate. You're trying to be the best agent, your best version. I'm trying to be my best version.
Well, I think you have accomplished your best best version. I mean, look at you. I'm just looking at her on the camera. Go ahead, look at the camera. Yeah, she's absolutely stunningly beautiful. Your skin looks amazing. Your hair's like ridiculously on point. And then you've got this cute little package right over here. But we're not all here just to talk about your hair and how perfect she is. She actually is a very successful agent too. Like how did you get, so 10 years ago, yes. right? And I know the person that kind of brought you in the business, yes. and he obviously saw that you were, you had
potential.
Yeah, you had potential, right? So he brings you into Allure, right? Yes. You're still with Asa, which is
yes.
awesome. I love that. I love Asa,
I am
William.
very loyal. That's my family.
That's absolutely, and they're a good family, so
yes.
there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. It's not like you're loyal to someone that treats you bad,
oh,
you know?
No.
Yeah.
No, yes.
So, anyways, you go over there, and then how did you started liking it, right? You started liking it, or how long did it take you to like it?
Well, I liked it because it was kind of related to what I studied a little bit. I have a background. I was a criminal prosecutor in Cuba, so I studied law.
A criminal prosecutor in Cuba? I did not know that.
Yes.
Holy smokes.
So that was the closest that I could be to contracts, to like legal activity and like paperwork, and I didn't have to go to law school here.
Okay.
So that was an easy...
I didn't even know that you were a lawyer.
Yeah, that was like an itch that I had, and real estate kind of fulfilled that itch that I had for law.
Okay. So if you have that's actually really good to know. So if you have you're not just going to be your typical real estate agent.
Correct.
Okay, so tell me how you set yourself aside. Obviously you set yourself aside with education, but
of course.
How are you helping your customers differently than the average real estate agent?
And that's it. That's the thing. Like there are thousands of different agents.
Yeah.
What do you bring to the table that is different, right?
Right.
So I try to do any kind of services for them, like notarize for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do the decoration of Homestead. I have a company that is
the Homestead.
Yes,
okay,
I do that for them, and
that's
it's
nice.
always for free. And I make sure that I guarantee that their EMD is never gonna be lost.
Oh, that's nice.
And
usually that's actually really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also try to set them up if they want to put a trust, and this is no cost.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yes.
So the last guy that I had in here, we were talking all about trusts and wills, right? And obviously he's a probate attorney. So when someone doesn't have a will and a trust, then it goes to him. So you are actually kind of one step ahead of the game by helping your customers get wills and trusts in place after a homestead, after and then you handle all that too?
Yes. Well, I try to help them for free.
Yeah.
Just trying to create a package and educate them.
Yeah.
Hey, if you are married, you have to know even if your husband or wife is not entitled, that doesn't mean that it's going to be excluded from the community property, even though I am not stepping out of my field because that's general information. But some agents, they just stick to what they're doing, selling the house, and that's it.
Well, they're probably not comfortable with giving advice that they really can't stand behind, but because of your background and your education, you're this, I can say this with confidence. And of course, they're going to have to use someone, who is licensed in that field, but just the information that you're giving them for free is awesome. I mean, if a lot of agents, like you said, they're not offering that. Not to say that they're not good agents. They're probably great agents. But if they're not offering that, then it's probably because they just don't know about it, or I don't know why. I mean, it's you can really only talk about the realms that you're licensed in. At least you're supposed to, right? I have a lot of people that come on here and they're talking about stuff, and I'm like, oh, when'd you get licensed? They're like, I'm not licensed. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
yes.
No, actually, I not on my show, but you have people that chime in about stuff, and you're just it's not that they don't know what they're talking about, because many people do know what they're talking about. They're just not licensed in the field. And so you may not be an attorney here in America, but you definitely know what you're talking about.
Yes,
so.
And I try. And also I have clients that are attorneys, so I have taken in my personal care that I learn, and I ask the right questions, or where can I send this? What if this happens to me? I try to be a step ahead, and I always tell my clients, no matter if I know it or I don't know it, I'll find out. We're gonna find a solution.
I love that. Now, I mean, that's actually just going one extra step and just be like, hey, I don't know what the answer is, but I'm going to find out the answer. And then they already know. They know how hard you're working for them. So they're trusting you to get those answers.
It is the idea to build a trust and to build a relationship that doesn't last only for a transaction.
For that, she's not transactional, guys. Yeah. Okay, she's that's
I'm a
good.
forever girl.
Ooh, I like that. Forever girl. I'm forever your girl. Remember that Paula Abdul song?
No, I don't.
Okay, so she's like, oh my God, what is she doing? She's like breaking into song. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. just smile.
I'm smiling.
I love it. Okay, so we got fitness. We've got that. You definitely have a niche because you have these other fields that definitely are super important when someone becomes a homeowner, like, the will, the trust, the the homesteading. Can you tell me a little bit about homestead? Like, can you explain it?
Yes.
Okay.
Usually when you buy a property that you're going to occupy, you can file a declaration of homestead. You can record it in the Clark County's assessors, and that is 500 Grand Central Parkway. And
she even knows the address.
I have given it so many times.
That's 500 Grand Central Parkway, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89122. No, chicken.
And then it's a basic form that it just needs to notarize. I do it right after my clients buy their home.
Wow.
And I notarize it for free.
Okay.
And sorry.
It's okay. She's got phone calls. She's very important.
So I notarize it and I give them their gift, and they just have to record it.
Okay.
I put the recording part on their end. Even though I can record it, I have the account that I can record it by email.
Do?
Yes, but I
neat.
try to transfer some responsibility to the client to know where they're going and what document they need to save. Because in the past happened to me that a client, I gave it to him and he put it away.
Yeah.
And then he got an accident. And this is the importance of the declaration of homestead is while you have one home that you're occupying, it's going to protect you from creditors. You can have an accident, a car accident, you can have medical bills. And it's created like an umbrella.
I'm not even joking. Will you please help me?
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, no, I need that. Yeah. I have a will and a trust, but I don't think I have a homestead. I really don't.
You don't need, if the house is in the trust, then you don't need a homestead. That's what I did.
Okay.
So when you have multiple homes, that's what when I tell my client is, if you're buying a house and you have only one home, a declaration of homestead is going to suffice. Mm-hmm. But if then we are in the pool of like multiple houses, then you need a trust.
Right. Okay. So would you happen to know the answer to this? So I had a house that was already in a trust, right? But it became my primary residence, whereas before it was just like a rental. Do I need to change my trust because of that?
No.
No. So it's in, once it's in
the trust,
it's in. Okay. Yeah. So the trust supersedes the
declaration, and it's actually way better.
Yeah.
And I
more ironclad, right?
Yes. And that depends also, like if it's going to be trust irreversible, or it can be reversible.
Oh, right. Irrevocable. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I do not do the trust.
No,
Yeah, I just give them the information and I send it either to a lawyer or to another firm that does it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you can't do everything,
I
mean,
plus you have to pick like one thing and try to like give it your all.
Yeah. I have a couple things that I do, but I mean, none of them am I actually giving my all to one.
I do not know how much energy do you have for everything that you do. Like I honestly, between real estate and the gym, that's it. I don't have any social life nowhere. Like I see you like kicking ass, like. Can I say that?
Yes, you can. She said it. She just said it. No, you could say that. Okay. You could say the F word if you want to, too.
Sorry.
It's up to you.
Sorry. I was very spontaneous.
It's okay. Ass is in the dictionary.
But you're amazing. I don't know how you do it. Like, have the energy to do everything. To work out, to work, and to have this as a hobby. And also to have a social life. And your beautiful son that I actually is so grown up.
Yeah, he's all grown up now.
He's a teenager now.
Yeah, and he's doing so well. I mean, talk about energy. That kid he's amazing. Like he's got a an aspiring basketball career ahead of him, and yeah, he's pretty incredible. So, but okay, so where else are we? So you're definitely a dedicated real estate agent. I love that. I love all the extra things that you do for your clients. I love that you're so knowledgeable in all those different areas.
I try.
Yeah, you do, and you're succeeding. And then where do you see yourself? I mean, are you going to be? I know that you're working for ASA. Do you have any aspirations to become a broker?
I don't think that I will ever leave ASA.
Yeah.
I want to get my broker salesperson license just because I want to get to the next step.
Yeah.
But not because I want to open my own
No, you just want to grow a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
I like the titles too. I'm always like trying to, I'm a license collector.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got a license for that. I got a license for that. They're like, you're master of everything. And no, it's, I don't even know the saying.
I have not done.
I'm an imposter.
But I am trying to get, like I was telling you, my legal court interpreter license.
Ooh.
And not because I want to work also as a legal interpreter. It's because I want to be able to be an interpreter for my clients.
Yes.
So it's also something that I'm integrating with our real estate.
I love that. That is great. I mean, that is really, really great because there's a lot of people that are coming from other countries or even if they're citizens here, if they may not speak the language, and being that interpreter and providing that service is super important.
It is. And I forgot also that I do divorces for my clients when there is joint petition, when they have to buy a house or they want to sell the house.
Yeah.
I do those too when it's joint petition.
Oh man.
And that's why I want to integrate the legal court interpreter, because these clients, most of the time, they don't speak English.
Yeah.
And I cannot represent, like, be an interpreter with them, for them in the court. So that way I can be for them there for free.
Wow, for free. I love it how everything is free.
I am trying to do everything when they're clients, when they're buying a house.
Yeah, no, that's a huge give back.
Yes.
I mean, it's like you said, you're not just transactional. You're not just like, it's all about the money. It's like, no, here's these other services that I can offer you that I charge nothing for, that they're here, whether you buy a house or if you bought a house from me and then 5 years later you end up, sadly getting a divorce, I'm still here for you.
Yes, exactly.
And it's free.
That's what
cool.
I'm trying, is because sometimes people don't know who to call.
Hell no, they don't know who to call.
And once they build that relationship with you, they know that they can go back.
And that's exactly, okay, so Mark, my client I was telling you about, I did a home loan for her, and she's still my client. It's been like 10 years. She calls me whenever she needs anything, but I also do her insurance. And she's like, I need help. And she knows where to go.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I got you, girl. Like, I got you in these fields. And, any way that I can help, I'll help you.
Yes.
And for the last 10 years, she's called me 100 times, but I'm just there to help. Yeah.
It's like I have those clients too, that they're like, you're right or die. What is the saying?
You're right or die. Yeah.
And they call you on a Saturday at 6 p.m. and I have had those in like interactions, like my client is with somebody else on the other side of the line, and they're like, oh, she answered. I'm like, oh yeah, she answers when I call. Of course.
Yeah.
Like, we have created this relationship, and it's beyond like I'm your realtor, you're a client. No, we are now friends. And I will look out for you, whatever you need.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
it's in my hands, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're calling you, that means that they need something, and that you're saying like, you've been a client of mine, and I'm gonna help you. Doesn't matter if it's not always about the money. It's just about like preserving that relationship.
Being trustworthy.
Yeah.
That is so important. Yeah.
I love that. That's cool. You know what I love about this show is that every single person that comes on here has something different. They all bring something different to the table, and it's like, it's giving me a network of people that I didn't even know what you did. I mean, from an outside perspective, I'm like agent. But really, once you get in here, I learned so much more about you guys. And like, that's what this is all about. It's more that I can bring out of you or give the forum so that you can actually show and share what you're doing, like as an agent. It sets you aside. And then the people that are watching, they're going to be like, my mom, this is an example, like my mom is a foreigner. She doesn't speak English, and she's been talking about getting a house, and we really just don't know who to send her to. Well, it's JeniLee Garcia, okay? JeniLee Garcia is the girl who's going to help your family get the home ownership. make sure it's secured, and she's going to make sure that it's not going to be taken away because of collections or, whatever, creditors or someone getting in an accident and then suing you. That's what that Homestead's for. And she's going to help you fill out the paperwork, which is awesome. She's going to do it for free. And if you get a divorce, and you need to sell your house or you need some information, she's going to give it to you. I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of like your handyman that does everything.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Oh, that's good. I like how she just pulled that all together. She's like, yeah, kind of like your handyman. She's a handyman of real estate. No.
There you go, a handy woman.
We're going to have to come up with something better than that.
Yeah.
I'm not going out on that one. No way. So, anyways, I think that I really appreciate you coming in. I love everything that you brought to the table. And I think that it's important that if you want to refer someone down here, Asa, you've been talking about a lot about her. Yes. I think it'd be great to have her in. Also, William, he's always great to, he's fun.
He's the last one to
But
come.
Asa, I'd love to have come in here because, you are so loyal to her, and that says a lot about her. And Allure Realty's been around for a long time. So, she definitely is one of those women that I think need to be exposed to other women and to other men and, who deserves to be recognized.
Yes.
And that's kind of what this is all about. You know, we're just giving back a little bit here and there.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. So did you enjoy yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm nervous, but yes.
Yeah. Well, you look fabulous.
Oh, thank
you.
You
look fabulous, and you bring a lot to the table. So you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That's it. That's our show. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.